It's a windy one. Moose and I are on the way to get the ponies, the girls. And I thought while I had a thought in my mind that seemed kind of useful, I would share it while I'm out in the car. But I hope you can hear it because it's kind of windy. So my thought was, I was thinking about like having a really clear space, like a nice, tidy, beautifully decorated home. I love it. I love being in a nice, clean environment, something where I feel like it's bright and airy and just peaceful. And so I've spent a lot of my life going between periods of absolute junk show house where there's paper everywhere. Literally, you walk in and you're like stepping over piles of recycling and boxes, and it looks like crap. You know, laundry everywhere, dog hair everywhere, to then going crazy and like getting every cobweb off of everything and dusting the baseboards and like the 1/8 of an inch above the top of your light switch thing. And I mean, just going absolutely the other extreme to try and make my space feel calm. And one thing I noticed when I had postpartum depression in particular was like I just had to clean. Like that was what I did when I felt anxious. And my postpartum depression manifested a lot as anxiety. And I even said at one point to my husband, like, if you come home and the house is clean, that means it was a really bad day. And looking back on it, I was like, wow, that is bizarre. And so what I recognized was what I was trying to do was I was trying to make the end product thinking that that was going to give me the feeling I wanted. And this is something my mentor talks about all the time. And so that never led to satisfaction because making the space do something wasn't going to make me feel a certain way because it would just go back into chaos. What happens is ultimately you are meant to have that clear space. You are meant to be in that environment, but it's not something that you can create. You have to allow. And when you put yourself into the state that brings you that feeling, that clarity, that calm, the peace, the tranquility, the deep breath, whatever it is, that having a clean exterior environment or having your home look clean is how you'll get it. And in the time that it's supposed to get it there. So what I mean is like, I have always loved that. I've always wanted that. And I remember thinking, as soon as I'm older and I can actually have my own home or my own space, I'll do that to my space because that'll make me feel good. And so I put that out there, but I never really focused on it. And what kind of ended up happening by default was after living as a ski patroller for over a decade and traveling and living in a situation where I have to move every 6 months meant I didn't have a lot of crap. And so I got really accustomed to not having a crap, not having furniture, not having bookshelves, not having books, although that one's crept back in. And realizing I got rid of the stuff because of what I was doing with my life. So now my house is that way because I don't have a lot of stuff. And so I don't go and buy things to fill it with stuff because quite honestly, I'm too busy doing other things. I probably would if I had time on my hands and a lot of extra cash just sitting around so I could decorate my house the way I wanted. But what I realized was making my house that way, it didn't come from me doing it. It came from me allowing it. It came from me living in a way that made me feel that way, that brought it to me. So I think that's what patience is. And I think that that's why this lesson with these girls, with Bali, is so perfect because I had an agenda. I had a plan. I wanted her to be my show horse this summer because I didn't want to put that pressure on Luna as a 4-year-old. And I know Bali will still be what we think she's going to be, but it's not happening this year. And it may not happen next year, but I'm not worried about it happening anymore. I'm recognizing that she needs the time that she needs. I can't open this gate. That's why I'm like, hold on a second. So, anyways, there's the girls back there. I guess my whole point is that that's what patience is. Patience is trusting and allowing things to come into being, not forcing it into being. So when I go and work with these guys today, I'm going to see where they are, see what they need and feel and think. And that's what makes riding and doing this stuff with horses so amazing, because it reminds you, when you're doing it right, what really matters. All right, now I need 2 hands. I gotta open the gate.